Conan, what is best in life?
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
That is
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.
Hey, welcome to the Matt and Joe with Kevin, Bad Cinema. We have a new helper out, and I got Karen. I have all the links in the private chat, so
Okay.
the top one's the trailer. Of course, today, this is where we review a bad movie. Well, it could be bad, could be good. Here, I'm trying to.
The bad thing about that, Matt, is that since I wasn't logged in when you sent the private chats, I can't see them.
Oh, bummer. There's a way around that too. You know what we can do?
Copy and paste.
We'll copy and paste while I'm doing that. Everybody just there's the first one. That's the trailer.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't here earlier. I was enjoying the beautiful day outside in Georgia.
Well, okay. No worries.
Yeah, me too. I woke up to 4 inches of snow on the ground. It was glorious.
Bummer.
Glorious.
Okay.
I don't know how many I'm doing right and wrong here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think one more. H. Okay, that one. I guess this one will be the other one. Well, one of them's the trailer. All right.
I got 4, 5.
Okay, there's 5, and you got them all. The first one you got will be the. All right, so everybody, we're doing this is Matt and Joe's Bad Cinema, and we're going to have to add Kevin to that. I don't know what I'm thinking. I just didn't have time this morning to figure it all out. So, Kevin, I'm sorry. I didn't wake up till like 11 o'clock. So,
I meant to do it last night, but I think were all just about asleep by the time we logged off.
Yeah, I was ready to go to bed. I went to bed, couldn't sleep, was up till 5 o'clock in the morning watching videos on YouTube about G.I. Joe action figures. So I'm fully immersed in the, rabbit hole now.
All right, you'll like this. I woke up and was afraid I was online and then falling asleep.
Oh.
Okay.
Today we're reviewing For Your Height Only, a Filipino movie with the 2'9". He's not actually 3 foot. He's a 2'9" superhero, James Bond type. Here, if anybody wants to see him in action, here you go.
Weng,
Look
Weng.
at that. His little Ginzu knife.
Yeah.
Here we got his jetpack. Here he is kicking people in the gonads. That's his signature move. And he's got, look, the guy had fun doing that. Look, that's a cute.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a good one to add. And okay, I'm going to share this screen. I instead of I went through all the trouble of printing out IMDb and Wikipedia, and it ended up just leaving out names that were links you could click on. So I just am going to screen share Wikipedia about this movie. I thought that was probably just the easiest way to do it. So we'll do this first. Wikipedia. Let's see what Wikipedia says about For Your Height Only. For Your Height Only is a 1981 Philippine action comedy spy film starring Weng Weng. Its title is a play on words from the James Bond movie For Your Eyes Only. The title of the James Bond film released the same year that this movie came out. A sequel was produced in 1982, which was entitled The Impossible Kid. Weng Weng is known as the shortest man to ever be a lead in a feature film, standing at 83 centimeters or 2 feet 9 inches tall. In the film, a secret agent has to stop world domination plans of a warlord. The diminutive Agent Double, the number one agent from the secret agency, is provided with a number of new. It sounds like a 12-year-old wrote this movie. Is provided with a number of new high-tech gadgets from his boss, and is then sent to stop the mysterious warlord, Mr. Giant. Wait till you hear about Mr. Giant, who was Dr. Kohler, a foreign scientist visiting Manila to offer his latest invention, the N-bomb. Uh-oh. Is this guy like a racist or something? He's dropping N-bombs? To the government, Mr. Giant intends to use the lethal weapon to take over the world. And then it stars Weng Weng as Agent 00, Beth Sandoval as Irma, Anna Maria Gutierrez as Anna, Carmi Martin as Marilyn, Yelene Karcha, I'm going to screw up these up, Lola, Rodolfo Garcia as Mr. Kaiser, and Mr. Mike Cohen as Professor Kohler. The gadgets: he has an anti-poison ring that changes color when placed in the proximity of poison, a remote control hat with a blade on it, quickly assembly of a small machine gun, which was just basically the prop master took two guns and put them together to make it look like a machine gun. A tiny jetpack, which was basically two fire extinguishers, like welded together or something. And then okay, it says reception and legacy. Emmy Marco said its success at the film festival shocked and shattered everyone's artistic aspirations. Filipino film historian Teddy Ko and Ed Lejano said that in the film industry, the Weng Weng image was uncomfortable, since at the time they had no other international figures. In the cinema of the Philippines, For Your Height Only is the highest exported film. And Weng Weng became the Philippines' first actor with an international status. But the original language audio track has been lost to time, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate, I guess. And okay, let's see if we can find out what the budget was. It doesn't really say, but I'm sure it couldn't have been that much.
Yeah.
It was released September 2nd, 1981. My birthday's September 7th.
Did you notice that in the movie they did a lot of they did have the underlying Bond theme in there?
Oh yeah.
They had
They would do the first part of it, but not the second part of it, probably because they thought they'd get in trouble.
You can't play more than 4 notes.
Yeah, because it's like 4 notes. Yeah. So when we open the movie, let's start with the trailer first, Kevin, if you don't mind.
All right.
It gives me an excuse to eat my other cheeseburger. All right.
There.
I'm telling you now, this movie's wasn't going to win an Oscar, or anything like that. That's pretty obvious, but it's a fun movie. I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
It's a great movie.
This might not be the trailer, but
there he is.
Doesn't seem like it.
It's not the trailer. Cute little kid. Yeah, I was like, awesome to give this guy an opportunity. He probably was at the time of his life. Uh-oh.
He's a spry dude, man.
Yeah,
Doing flips and stuff, jumping off buildings.
he was jumping off buildings for real and zip lining off the Ferris wheel.
Oh. Uh-oh. It goes.
That's very good. I mean, he can do a something like that. That's impressive.
Look at that. It's like freaking round. And he just jumped.
Somebody had to throw him do that.
Look at that. That guy's just like, whatever.
I don't care. I'm doing my sit-up. Uh-oh. Come on, Weng Weng. Oh, no.
Come on, Weng Weng. You got this.
These are the ovaries. Well, now you're going to decide that it's time for him to get to intervene.
What?
My God. Oh, yeah. He's a spider monkey.
Yep. No, it wasn't a trailer.
No. Encore. It was
Sir.
still good. I probably got them jumbled up.
Well, it said trailer on it. So the title, what was the
I'm gonna get it right now.
trailer?
I'm gonna get it right now.
The budget of the movie was $11,000.
Wow.
11 grand. That's probably a lot of money over there, though.
And sadly, Weng Weng passed away in 1992 at the age of 34.
Wow.
Yeah,
He
wasn't that old, but a lot of people that size don't live long.
No.
Yeah.
Really
made
sad.
Small.
12 movies.
Wow.
You did 12?
Yep.
Well, we know we got a lot of material for this show. It looks like. All right. I can't get it to. What is it doing? All right, I'm having a damn conniption. Oh, here it is. There you go, Kevin. That's it. That's the one I showed the other night. I wanted to show the trailer, but that was a cool scene.
Oh shit.
I mean, pretty nimble guy. I mean,
Yes.
the movie opens up. By the way, the movie opens up with him like in his, I guess, police uniform, whatever, and he's carrying a machine gun that's bigger than him.
I know.
And I mean, like most of the guns are bigger than him. There's also a scene where he's firing a rifle and it knocks him to the ground because it's such a big. It's like a carbine rifle or something. It just knocks him to the ground. If anybody just tuning in that don't know what we're talking about about this guy, Weng Weng. This is a GIF I downloaded.
Wait.
All right. I'm just buying time.
Okay.
Well, this don't look like it either.
To the 21st century, it's good to know there is still one number you can always count on.
00.
Oh, that's it.
00. I'm Secret Agent 00.
Really? Miniature Bond.
I mean, this is some of the stuff he did this movie. It's crazy.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, he's doing his own stunts.
There's no way they can get a stunt double to match him. That had to be him doing that.
It's awesome.
And what's his go-to move is kick him in the crotch. Yeah,
He loves the Pepsi.
Yeah. His hat is hilarious.
I know.
And that guy's supposed to be like you, I think, or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I can almost tell, like, just by watching his body language, that he had a ball doing this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's this part right here where he kisses that woman. That's my favorite part of the movie.
I don't know.
Sure. He kisses every woman he sees.
Yeah.
You're such a little guy. Where's the tea?
It's like I may be almost getting killed, but I still got time to kiss the ladies.
There he is in his little jumpsuit.
I'm Secret Agent 00.
It was great to meet you, 00. Because we don't go to clearance of kidnapping. I told him I said I wasn't.
Is it going to show my favorite scene where they throw him down a flight of stairs, basically?
No.
And okay, yeah. And you got like these guys that got what they call the N bomb, which I don't know if the N bomb meant what it meant. But here's the rocket pack.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
There you go, a little disco dancing in it.
There it is.
Right there.
Yeah.
Look at those moves.
I feel like I watched the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I watched that Jason Brandt channel, and he talked about this movie, and they showed so many clips. I felt like I'd watched it before I watched it. I watched it yesterday in its entirety, though. And actually, it's not that hard to get through watching. You think, oh, man, I don't know if I can watch the whole thing. But it's actually not really, I mean, let's be honest, there's not really much of a plot.
Mm.
It's just a series of scenes of him doing stunts, is all it really is. And I was wrong. The bike jump is not in that movie. That's in The Impossible Kid. So I was wrong about that one. I forget.
Ah.
But it's got so much great stuff in it. Like, then you find out, okay, so these guys are doing that bomb thing, and then like they're also like into drugs. There's like a scene where they're like smuggling drugs, and he like just basically shoves a bunch of cocaine in this guy's face. And then kicks him in the nuts. I mean, now they do it.
It was nice because everything just went through. It was like, it's like I was thinking the same thing because I hadn't watched this movie in years. And it's like you sit there and you think that it's going to get kind of slow, but there was no slow parts of this movie. Everything's always, it's like constant action. The scene with the Ferris wheel. The scene with the Ferris wheel is one of my favorites. That's just so.
And that's awesome. Insane that he did that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, he gets in the Ferris wheel bucket, and the guard's not even up on it. And so then he gets up there, and then I don't know how they got him to that point. I'd like to know how they actually did that stuff. How did they get him up there? Did he have to walk out there? Or did they have like a lift? And then he zip lines down from the Ferris wheel to the ground. And then there's a couple of times he jumps off a building onto another little building, and it's a pretty big fall. That would be hard on a grown person's knee, on a tall person's knee, or like even somebody that was like 6'5", 5'10". That would kill your knees. And he did it like several times in this movie. And I guess it would be stupid if I didn't mention that his patented move, which I call the power slide.
Yep.
He one time he actually bangs his head. I think it was an accident.
Yep.
And they left it in the movie. They just left it in. And but yeah, he's just all over the place. And then like the scene where they're in there, and if you watch it, because I watched the clip closely, where he jumps down the stairs, you can see the shadow of somebody throwing him down the stairs.
Yeah.
And also, Joe, was I the only one that felt like when he was when they had him on that wire where they had him on the jetpack, he looked like he was like, oh shit.
Yep. He looked like he was scared out of his mind, man. See, that's another thing too. Like, yeah, Remember the part where he grabs the umbrella and he goes the umbrella down? If you watch that last clip of him, that's actually him. Like, I don't know about the first part.
They did that, yeah.
But there was the last cut of that where he's going down, and that was actually him with the umbrella, and he was about 15 feet up in the air, man.
I know.
He just like, so yeah, that's just awesome.
And this is what we're talking about. If you're just showing up, this guy was like 2'9". So, although you know what, it could be an advantage to kick people in the crotch, but
oh yeah,
the movie was like, I don't know. I just love this movie. Sorry, it was great. I don't remember this guy down here at the bottom in the movie though.
No,
is that the guy from the dojo? He looks like Bruce Lee. And here's what I'm talking about, guys, about the fire extinguisher. Look at this. It's a fire extinguisher. Look at the red.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you could, I mean, it's kind of a grainy picture, but like, he looks nervous. I'm sorry, he looks nervous to me. So, and then they give him a little tiny katana. It looks like a Ginzu knife. And he's just cutting people up. He's got his own machine gun. He's got a love interest in it. But then you get to the final boss scene, basically, and Mr. Giant is a little person too.
Yeah.
So they went all in with this, you know, theme of this movie, which is great. I just love it. And then he did a couple more movies, like The Impossible Kid is great. But that scene with that motorcycle, that one is just crazy. But I get back to this. Yeah, they literally take him and he jumps off of. Although you can see when the umbrella is way up, like we were talking about, though, it's like going like this. Like there was no weight to it, so it wasn't him. But then he gets about 15 feet, and it's like him. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, how did they convince him to do that? Did they like? I mean, for $11,000 total budget, how much money did he actually make? But is that like U.S. dollars as compared to their dollars? You think?
Yeah.
Okay. And it might be a little bit more. It might be a little bit more, you know.
But I'm sure it made its money. I mean, it's made its money back, guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Show us, hey Kevin, bring up another clip. We gotta watch another clip. I got like 2 or 3 on there. If you can like just click on it, and, like you can pick out which one we didn't show, because I can't remember at this point. But we the martial arts one, and like, but like I said, this guy, you know what? Some people are like, oh, they exploited him. I feel bad. I don't know. I think he was having fun. He got to hang around all these beautiful women, and well, not all of them were beautiful, but a lot of them were pretty. And
I don't think so. I think it's a well-made movie. I'm sure he was. I mean, oh yeah. And you know, another great part about this too is he had the little knives in his boots.
Oh no.
Shoes.
And that woman with his little ass too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just keeps hitting in the face. You hear the music there, totally ripped off James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Doing flips and shit. Nice.
All right.
Partner, give me one.
It's just awesome. It's just awesome.
Great. And like, yeah, well, you know what? They're not trying to take it seriously because, like it says in what I read on Wikipedia, it's a comedy. It's an action comedy. So it's supposed to be like a little wink and a nod. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we know he's 2'9" tall. You know, but that's not what it's not about that. It's just, I mean, I'm just gonna say right now, although we haven't got to the part where we rate this movie, but I highly recommend it. Also, I highly recommend our new format because I got Google Chrome. Last week we had Microsoft Edge the last 2 weeks, and it was just a disaster.
It's been good today, yeah.
As far as video clips. So now I feel like we're cooking with a dynamite today compared to the other day. So much so that, well, I don't know. It makes me feel good. That's all I want to say. And like,
Yeah. Another thing too about this movie, if you noticed, he's actually a positive role model. He
that's
drinks
true.
Pepsi. He doesn't smoke.
You don't
I
drink.
mean, he's all the bad guys are drinking booze and
Although
smoking.
he does get a free peek at the ladies and the secretaries with his trying out his little X-ray glasses and kind of giggles about it.
See, okay, so that puts up a good point because there's that part where he puts on the X-ray glasses to see where the dudes are at. There's those three guys.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about the X-ray glasses. So I'm like sitting there watching, going, why are those guys naked? What's going on?
Oh yeah, you forget about it. And you're like, oh wait a minute,
Yeah.
he's got the X-ray glasses on. But he's also got a remote control hat with a blade on it.
That's the best too.
And like the hat's getting on a string and it's just like going around like that. And then it comes back and he can guide it with his little ring. And he takes the guys out and then brings the hat and lands back on his head.
Yep.
Brilliant. Just
Beautiful.
brilliant. You know what? Actually, I think that he could have kicked Roger Moore's ass. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Totally, man.
Sean Connery would be another case. But, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, because let's be honest. I'm kind of joking around, obviously. But, you know, Roger Moore kind of had a little trouble with a tattoo. In the Man with the Gun. Yeah.
He did.
So struggle that guy at the end of it, like comes out with a knife. So I wonder if these guys knew each other. That would have been interesting to get those two guys in the same movie. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name, but he's
Hervé Villachez.
Hervé Villachez. Hey,
Yeah.
there's an easy reader. Hey, Kevin, bring up another clip if you don't mind. We'll show everybody. I'm
Hey,
glad
Mike.
he showed up. Easy Comic Reader must be on his lunch break. You're starting for some fun now.
Oh, I love this
He
scene
comes
too.
through like a storm drain. This is hilarious. Uh-oh. I thought he was gonna like grab him by the, you know what?
Here it comes.
Now this is the gun part. Watch this.
Every time he cheats it.
It knocks him backwards or something. He's also got like a little minigun, like it looks like a machine gun, but it looks like what they've done is a prop person that's put two prop guns, and put them together so you can hold it like a machine gun, but it's like two pistols together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of ingenious, though. Actually, you know, I mean, for some of the effects, they're cheesy, but like they somehow work in the movie. But like, there's scenes where they're like, "Why are you guys can't do anything right?" Like the evil boss, one of the head boss guys is like, "You keep screwing up." He goes, "But this Weng Weng guy, but it's double O. He's like a magic. We never know what he's going to do. I think he's in league with the devil."
Yeah.
Well, I will say also though the dubbing is pretty bad, but
Yeah, but it works though.
yeah, he's got like a low voice. Like Easy saying it's the best movie ever. Yeah, we'll show him another clip. I think we got at least one more or two more. It's like so you get to the end of it, and the only part that pisses me off at the end, although you have like a hell of a shootout scene at the end, like all those guys come in and help him. And they get the professor back, but then his girl gets killed at the end.
Yeah, that was sad. It's like what?
Here's the jetpack. This is a extinguisher. And you'll see him in a minute when they got him hoisted up on that cable or whatever they're using. He's like, "Oh shit, this is hot."
Yeah, it's like he's gonna poop his pants.
His legs start kicking real fast. That's what you can tell somebody's nervous.
All right, Wang Wang. Double O. He's like, look at it. There it is. Firecrackers. Whee!
Yeah, they got some sparklers or something.
Yeah, right.
You watch him rocking, like I would be scared to death. I mean, oh shit.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Look at that.
So see, we start kicking his legs. I think he's kind of nervous. It's like, oh shit. Man, he gets around. I was just impressed with how he gets around all these big rocks. There was a gun with that gun. It kind of looks like one of those, the World War II British guns called the Sten gun. It kind of looks like they kind of make it look like a Sten gun or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's just I love it. I'm sorry. I want to tell everybody out there, if you're watching, or if you're watching on the replay, if you got some spare time, this movie's on YouTube. You can watch it for free. That's what I did yesterday.
Yep.
And it's watch it with some people because it's fun watching it. My mom watched a little bit with me yesterday, and she got a kick out of it. So I don't know. What do you think, Joe?
Thumbs up, man. 10 out of 10. Seriously. If you like these kind of action movies from the 80s, if you like foreign stuff, this is the perfect. It is so good. It does. It literally just goes. There's no spots. But yeah, it's in today's world, I mean, it's a positive thing to watch. It's not, he's a good guy fighting bad guys,
Yeah.
But seriously, 10 out of 10. I love this movie. I love this movie.
I give this movie 10 Roddy Dangerfields.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
10 Rodneys.
That's my new rating system. Is the new,
no, you could really tell. You could really tell that whoever made this movie, all the actors, And another thing too is for this quality of movie, the acting's not that bad. It's not
really.
horrible.
Not really. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen worse.
And I could tell they were kind of like made sure he didn't really have a lot of speaking. He's talked, but like they mentioned a couple times, like, "Oh, I like silent men like you." That girl says to him because he doesn't really have. I think maybe because his acting was a little bit inexperienced. But also they do that in bigger budget movies, like in Conan the Barbarian. That's when Arnold was still kind of learning the English language, didn't know it as well. So they kept it simple with him because Conan. But it's perfect for him, for that character, because Conan's a man of few words. His words are actions. So it's the same. It's the same thing, to me that I feel like with that. So, and I don't know, but the other thing I will say about that movie is I'll let Buford Justice tell you what I think.
That's an attention getter.
Yeah, I kind of went crazy on the clips. I don't know if I should keep showing them, but
keep it going.
I think this is the last one.
Okay, let's watch another clip. We got one more clip.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a good rating system. This is they're in the nightclub. This scene, she helped fight with him
over here. Huh? You're supposed to be over there entertaining us, not this stupid little runt.
He's just a little friend. We'll be back in just a minute.
Oh, you coming back right now?
You're an offer.
I'll show you swallow off half the pint.
Boogie woogie man.
What's that? Like, I don't know how you did that.
Teamwork.
His hands up every time he hits him. He's like,
Yep.
he's like,
You know what? Instead of excuse me, not to cause anybody to get offense, but instead of a bitch slap, that's the perfect Weng slap.
There you go. Wing slap.
Weng slap.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good. What else to say about that movie with that?
We're definitely going to have to do a couple of a review of some of his other movies too, because this was just too much fun.
And you're all gonna get mad at me because I keep playing clips. But let's see what the Ajax lady from Up in Smoke thinks of this movie.
Jeez, I don't believe it.
Just lost it. Okay. You notice I cut out the scene where she's actually
snorting the Ajax
because I probably would have gotten in trouble for showing that. But I'll probably get in trouble for showing these clips. You know, that's just the way it is. But but you know, I need to get help. Even Stan Lee said so.
But you know, I think you ought to get him some help. He seems to be really hung up on superhero sex organs. But
he's right.
Yeah. Awfully hung up.
Hey, Gene. Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what else there can say about this movie. I mean, should we? I don't know if we can end it there or not, but we need to talk about what movie we're doing next week.
Well,
I'll let you pick, Joe.
I think we should do the all-star studded Chud.
Okay.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
You know what? We've been putting it off long enough. I think it's what we're going to do. And I think we'll have Troll 2 very soon, too. I have a feeling.
Definitely. It's got one of the greatest memes ever. Oh, my God.
Have you ever seen a movie called Evil Toons?
Evil.
Toon?
Yeah, I have, actually.
That movie's wild. I watched it. It had all these beautiful women in it. And they go in and like there's this cartoon like demon. It's insane. And we're going to have to do that one eventually because I watched it one day. It was but you know, there's a lot of great movies like that. Like he's like, yes, all of them. You want all? Okay, we'll just do all of them. You know.
Yeah.
I let all the clips fly today. I'm sorry if I got a little carried away.
No, it's a movie reviews, man. You got to show movie clips.
And of course, you know, I guess I'm weird. You know, everybody always says like from Blues Brothers, their favorite scene is, you know, I'm on a mission from God, or where it's that night we need we got sunglasses on, hit it. You know, well, this is my favorite quote.
Did you give me my cheese whiz, boy?
That is the best. Bring me my cheese whiz, boy. It's like, wait.
I like where they're talking to that movie. They're talking about the nun. He says, I offered you to get the money. You said no, so I guess you're shit out of luck.
Galaxy of Terror is actually a really good movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah. We'll probably end up doing them too. And I'm sure in the upcoming months, Plan 9 from Outer Space is going to somehow end up on this show.
We have to.
The incomparable Ed Wood.
We can even do Glenn or Glenda.
Oh God, yeah.
Glenn or Glenda, and what's the other one he did? He did something. Was it called Pit of Blood?
Something like that.
Oh man, he was out there, man.
Yeah. It conquered the world. Yeah. Or Them. You remember Them? With the big giant like spider. That one was great. I don't know. I could think of so many movies like that are like.
See, another good one too, and I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day today.
Oh yeah.
We could have done Leprechaun movie, but another good one is the Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
That was one of the first Mystery Science theaters.
Yep. I watched that a long time ago on Elvira's show she had on late night.
Elvira, the queen of the bad movies.
Oh, beautiful.
She's and you know what? I still love that woman. Cassandra is a very gorgeous woman even today. I always wanted to meet her, but I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous because I had a huge on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad movie documentary, The Rise and Fall of Weng Weng. That would be good. That would be good. But I mean, this guy was he kind of had some charisma to him. You know what? I'm just gonna I'll give him that. Look at him. Look at this little you got like this little sly grin, he just sit there in his little movie folding chair, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, up on his screen again here.
For your height only.
You can't hear it though, can you?
No. Look at his little jumpsuit. I just got. You know what? That's sad though that he died at such a young age. But
yeah.
See, look at this M16 he's got. It's bigger than him.
Yeah.
But watch this right here. This is like in a minute. He does this jump off this roof onto another. I think like a smaller building or something like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Watch this. I would have broke my foot. Here, guy, right here.
This one.
Oh.
And that one right there would kill your knees. That would kill your knees.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
That guy was the man. I'm telling you. Love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. Well.
Beautiful.
No, well, yeah, that's a 90s. Actually, it's a 90s movie. I've seen that movie. And the woman that plays Vampirella, it's the same one that played Katana in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And she's not a very good actor. I'll just say that. But in the movie, she is like was Vampirella like a space vampire, right? Or something? And so they're like on a futuristic world where they're all vampires on this planet.
Yeah.
She goes to the planet Earth, and like it gets kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They did it on the planet Earth because they couldn't afford to make a whole sci-fi universe like this. And yeah, it's all right, Gene. I just remember because I saw the other day. Although she looks pretty cute in the Vampirella costume, but I tell you what, there needs to be a proper. They need to petition whoever owns the rights to Vampirella. There needs to be a proper movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be great.
Yes.
We need that. We in a world full of billionaire oligarchs and dictators all over the world. I think we need more movies with hot women.
Vampire. Yep.
In low cut red swimsuits.
Yep.
But I guess that's a tale for another day. I try I always say I'm not going to talk politics on here. I don't want to offend anybody, but every now and then I let it slip. So I apologize for that. But actually, no. You know what? I don't apologize for that because Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, all these people. Even if you don't agree with politics, Steve Ditko. They all put politics in comic books.
Yep.
A lot of movies have political statements. Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't want that entertainment." But even movies like Total Recall have a political statement. So right there we go. Elbows up, right? All right, I need to get moisturized. So look at that. It's nasty. I got the ashy elbows. I feel like you remember Chappelle show? That guy Ashy Larry.
Yeah, Ashy Larry.
I'm a roll.
They're playing
taking the garbage out, and he's like, roll and die.
Oh God, what a great show!
That was a brilliant show. Oh, I kind of wanted everybody to know. I mean, I know I'm kind of like drunk with power with these clips here, but I just want to show you guys some clips I had here. Like Kevin will like. I think Kevin will appreciate it. We got some comic book related ones. Like if somebody shows a book on the show, I just want to test them out on everybody, right? If somebody brings a book on the show that doesn't have a bag and board in it, I'm playing this.
You should have boards in them, all right? Bloody savage.
It's true. Bloody savage. Savages. The swine.
Hey, Kevin, like this one.
Get the hell off. Come on, you fuckers think that just because a guy reads comics he can't start some shit? Get the hell off. Come on, you fuckers think that just because a guy reads comics he can't.
Yeah.
And
Grody.
The Thing. Is this dork made of orange rock like the rest of his body?
It's a superhero secret.
It's a superhero secret.
I love Jason Lee, dude. He's
you know
great.
what? That was his first movie. He was a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
And
that
I thought
was his first movie, but he was already a celebrity of sorts.
Oh, yeah.
Comfortable in front of the camera.
But he was great in that movie, though. I mean, for a first starring role.
Oh yeah,
that was impressive.
My Name is Earl. Man, I love that.
Yeah, that's a great show.
He was so good in that.
See you later, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Take care, brother. I'm glad we had a few. I always worry that when we do the show at noon, there ain't gonna be any. Everybody, don't forget, Kevin's got trivia tonight.
Yep.
Yes, I will be there, dude.
All right, cool.
I've enjoyed it
9
thoroughly.
o'clock Eastern. 9:30 for trivia.
Adam Sandler movie trivia too.
Yeah. Everybody watching gets a little hint. You can look at the thumbnail and see what movies.
All right, and
yeah,
of course, my friend Flat Earth Santa has a show at 8 called Bragging Rights. So I don't know if I'm going to be a guest on there. He needed. I'm kind of like the first alternate today because somebody had dropped out.
If
so
not you, maybe me. We'll see. Let me
it'll
go out.
Me and Kevin will probably be on there, but either way, me and Kevin will be there in the chat or in some other form or other, And I had one more I got to play because I don't know. I'm testing these out on the audience here, on my friends in the chat.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. You want?
That's funny.
Jackie Gleason.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
I like the part in that movie where he's like, "Sir," he says, "the fact that we have this under control, the fact that you're a sheriff is not germane to the situation." And he says, "The goddamn Germans ain't got nothing to do with it."
Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
Yep.
Then we got Gene says, I want to see a live action movie of Space Ghost. That would be awesome. If you could find the right director.
The James Gunn
No
bullshit.
James Gunn bullshit.
Yeah, it would be good.
Who could direct that? What if the Russo brothers might be able to do it?
Yeah.
You need to find somebody that's good at like these younger guys that like did the Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
And the Evil Dead remake and that kind of stuff. You got to find somebody who's low keyed.
Yeah.
Can really,
I agree.
Spielberg might Spielberg it up a little much.
Yeah,
Spielberg's making a Blackhawks movie.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
Well, you know what? That's surprising. That's probably I could see him as a kid probably liking that book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
he was big into World War.
He's big into World War II and stuff like that. Like his dad was in World War II, and
I mean the whole Schindler's List connection and everything.
That movie he made that was semi-autobiographical is a great movie. I can't remember the name of it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And it's got John Ford in it. The guy plays John Ford. Was David Lynch played John
David
Ford.
Lynch played John Ford.
Yeah.
Maybe Taika Waititi could do it. I don't know. Although he wants to make things a little silly sometimes.
Yeah.
But I like him. I think he's actually a brilliant comedic actor in his own right.
Did you guys ever see his what?
Let's let the Coen brothers do it.
Oh, perfect. That'd be hilarious. The Farrelly brothers. The Farrelly brothers.
Or them. Yeah. We'll just make it really weird and quirky and
yeah.
Well, it's gotta have a little quirk to it because it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So.
right.
And
you can see the Russo or no. Who did Speed Racer? That was the Russo brothers, wasn't it?
That was the Wachowski brothers.
Wachowski. I can see them doing Herculoids.
Yeah, they're I guess the Wachowski sisters now. But
yeah, they're
siblings.
Yeah, whatever. You know, three people that don't like pronouns or whatever. But you know, that shit don't bother me though. Okay.
I would love to see Thundar the Barbarian. Thundar the Barbarian movie. That'd be good.
You know, they could also do a Space Ghost animated series.
Yeah.
A real serious one.
A real one, like
Coast to Coast.
Yeah, not like Coast to Coast. And maybe kind of update it, kind of make it more adult because most of the people
that's what I was thinking.
Are adults. And
make it like animated Batman or something compared
like
to the old.
It's more like updated for people our age because we're the ones that relate to Space Ghost, not 15-year-olds. Right. That's what that book was designed for. It's like for the Herculoids. You know, it's for people our age or older. They grew up with that cartoon and like yeah,
don't forget Johnny Quest.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have a cameo from Johnny Quest if you're gonna have cameos from all these people.
So now, have you guys noticed there's not a lot of Hanna-Barbera movies out there, except are there?
Flintstones, and that was 30 years ago.
But what's up with that? That's interesting. Wonder why that.
You ever wonder why they never did a Jetsons movie?
They tried and tried.
Yep.
I don't know how many times they planned to do one, and it just never made it to the. And a Johnny Quest movie. I know one time they tried to do that.
I want a reboot of Gilligan's Island. We'll just
Gilligan.
I love Bob Denver. You know, my grandmother on some side of her family was like fifth cousins with Bob Denver, I think.
That's awesome.
So that, I mean, it's not really doesn't really count, but like she had like pictures of him at like a family reunion. It was like wild. I never met him or nothing, but like, I don't.
Are any of them still alive? Tina Louise, is she still alive?
She's still alive. I think she's the only one.
The only one, I think. Yeah. Yep. Mary Ann died a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
She died from COVID or cancer. I can't remember that.
It was right around.
Man, you know what? Getting older sucks because all the people I looked up to as celebrities and actors and musicians and sports heroes are all dying.
You know, I don't get hit hard by celebrities dying. But I tell you what, when Gene Hackman passed away, that really bothered me. Because I loved, I mean, he was always that one actor that was always there, you know?
Yeah, I agree, Gene. It's I like the nostalgic reboot of something that's not been like an old TV show. Yeah. Like, I don't like it when they were going to like, hey, you know what? Let's update that movie that was great. Like
that movie that was great and came out 10 years ago.
Or 5 years ago sometimes. Like they did the was it several years ago at this point, they redid Point Break and it was
so bad. It was so bad.
Why would you do that?
Right.
I don't know. I just think like I've never seen an Avatar movie.
I haven't either.
And people say
it at the theater when I worked there, but it was pretty.
When the first Avatar came out, they're like, "Have you seen Avatar yet?" And I say, "Yeah, I saw it back in 1990. It was called Dances with Wolves."
Yeah.
So I have no desire. I have no desire to watch.
Oh, it's definitely an update of like the whatever the Avatar people are definitely Native Americans.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I mean, it could be any Native American movie about the, but like, or like, okay, I'll tell you right now, there's about 2 or 3 movies that they ever remake, I'm gonna be pissed. The top of the list is Jaws.
Yep, they can't though. Spielberg already said you can't touch my.
Let them do that, and they're Spielberg like that. I'll be.
Just
Godfather.
like Back to the Future, Spielberg, no way, not happening.
Why would you like? And how could you improve on it in perfection?
Yeah.
Back to the Future is great. Although, have you ever seen clips of Eric Stoltz as Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said he went a little too method with it.
Yeah.
And the guy that played Biff said there was a scene where he had to push, and he really got. He said, "We got a little too into it, pushed me up against this wall," and I about knocked him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
even Quentin.
Spielberg doesn't want to ever be seen as making a money grab.
Yep.
He's really against that. Like in Ready Player One, you
Mhm.
notice the omission of everything that he worked on, all those licenses they bought. But the only thing, and they had to use the DeLorean, of course. But he was like, well, you know, I only we'll use that.
They
But
even
he forbid anything else, but the effects guys snuck the gremlins into the fight scene without.
yeah.
But I did like the continuation Halloween movies they did a few years ago. Was the remake, the one he's talking about? I think Gene's talking about is the Rob Zombie atrocity.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, I don't know what's happened to Rob Zombie the last few years, because like he fell off. Like there were some great movies when he started out, but then like it seems like now they're all the same movie.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what happened to him. He couldn't make but one movie. It was a really good movie, but after he made it 5 times, people got tired of it.
See, when House of a Thousand Corpses came out,
Yeah,
I loved that movie because it was total 70s bloodbath, creepy ass people screaming, getting tortured kind of stuff. I love that. Not that that's what I love, but it reminded me of the 70s.
Right.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Like a Grindhouse movie.
Yep.
Grindhouse. Exactly what I was going to say.
And like, you know, Devil's Rejects was pretty cool. We had Sid Haig coming back. All those guys are. Billy Mosley is one of those guys. It's like he's like a B movie icon because he was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Yep.
And
Yep.
And you know what? People forget that movie.
Hey, Comics Embraced.
Dennis Hopper in that movie.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
When he's fighting when he's fighting Leatherface with the chainsaws.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
Yeah.
I thought about cutting up a clip from Apocalypse Now where he says, we got landmines over there. There's a booby trap over there. And watch them monkeys. They bite.
They bite. Yep.
It's funny. I got to see him. Well, I was at Dragon Con, but he wasn't at Dragon Con. But White Zombie was playing around this corner on the Friday night, the first night of Dragon Con. It's like a whole bunch of people. It seems like half the crowd at the White Zombie show were in Dragon Con badges, and stuff.
Hey, Jeeves mentions a great movie here. It's got Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, in it.
Yeah, that's a great
play. And it's got all these celebrities in it, like Chris Kattan,
James
Caan, and he just destroys every one of them. Like he kicks Chris Kattan into a grandfather clock.
Yeah, that's great.
It's actually very good.
I haven't never seen the whole movie, but I've seen that opening.
That opening scene is hilarious. And I was like, when I first saw the movie, I saw that opening scene. And I'm like, is this a skit on Saturday Night Live or something?
Yeah.
Because of Chris Kattan, I thought maybe James Caan was hosting that week with special guest Bill Goldberg. Oh, you know what we missed yesterday though, right? Yesterday was 3/16.
Oh,
it was Austin 3/16 day. Yeah, Fran Drescher gets her hair burned off, and a fellow Kentuckian's in it, Rebecca Gayheart, who I used to have a massive crush on.
Oh yeah.
She got in some trouble a few years ago. She like hit the pedestrian.
Killed somebody, car accident or something, or ran somebody over. She was drunk. Heck yeah.
I guess she'd be like Hulk Hogan's son, kind of did the same thing. Well, now this took a dark turn, but anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll just hang out for a while. We don't have to quit right now. So
another thing, we were talking Back to the Future. Quentin Tarantino says that the Back to the Future trilogy is a perfect trilogy.
Yeah.
Perfect trilogy, you know?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Because it is.
Oh, he's this big
beginning, middle, and end.
filmmaker, but like he likes some really just down and dirty like B movies.
Yeah.
Tarantino's influenced by a lot of them. He remembers some of the movies he talks about from the 70s, wouldn't be like, I don't think Scorsese would say was something, but Tarantino grew up different. Like I remember him talking about going to the theater and seeing some of these like blaxploitation films or kung fu, but he's got that's why I like him though. And I tell you what, I know he said he's going to retire, but I know you're not going to watch the show, Quentin. You don't really know who we are, but don't retire.
Don't retire, dude.
We need you. We need you because there's not enough good filmmakers anymore. And look, all three of us, I would say, are very big comic book fans, and we love comic book movies. But I think maybe that we went too far with all the franchises and stuff. I think we need to have some more cinema like we had in the 70s.
Yep. There has to be, like my theory, like the 70s is the greatest decade of movies. Because it ended. It's like I've said before, there's that scene at the beginning of Easy Rider when Fonda and Hopper are changing the tires on their motorcycles, but yet at the same time in that barn, you got the old timers changing the shoes on their horses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a turn. It was just a move toward.
It was like the death of the 60s movies, basically.
Yep. Like I tell you, I'll be honest. You know who my very first crush ever was from the 70s was ever. My first crush was Pam Grier.
Oh yeah.
Pam Grier back in the day. Damn it, dude.
I guess mine would have been Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher?
Christy McNichol.
Oh, dude.
And if we're talking about movies though, or TV
Little
shows.
Darling.
If we're talking about TV shows, it would be Farrah Fawcett or Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner, she was a cutie.
Yeah.
And
Ionic Woman.
there's some fact about Lindsay Wagner. You know that airplane that crashed? It was like one of the worst disasters in U.S. airplane aviation history. It was in Chicago, and the plane took off the runway, and the engine fell off, and it blew up, and everybody died. She was supposed to be on that flight, but she got sick that day.
Really?
Yeah.
Erin Gray.
Oh my God.
Buck Rogers.
She's still hot. She's still a beautiful woman. Gene, the werewolf. Did you guys see Werewolf by Night? It's special.
Right. Jacqueline Smith and what's her name? Linda Carter. I can't remember.
Linda Carter.
I think Linda Carter's a vampire or something.
I think she is too. She's pretty.
Yeah, Jane Seymour. Was she Jane Seymour? Was it?
Yep.
I guess she was.
Yeah.
What was the other girl that played the princess in Buck Rogers? She was gorgeous too.
Oh yeah, she was in a few things. I can't.
But I'll tell you two girls I was obsessed with from one of my favorite movies of all time is the girl that played Princess Aura in Flash Gordon and the girl that played Dale Arden.
Yes.
But I would, I was going to pick that movie for a bad movie, but it's not a bad movie.
What?
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon's it's great.
It was not it was not a box office hit, but I mean, it seems like since then it's really taken off. And you know what? That's what I liked about Seth MacFarlane, that he would give a kind of write a love letter to that movie in his Ted movie, when he had Sam Jones in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought he'd do that.
On Buck Rogers, Princess Ardala was played by Pamela Hensley.
Yeah. And well, I tell you what, they had her in Erin Gray in those jumpsuits. They must have had it looked like it was painted on.
Yeah.
And then I got mad. The second season, they had her wearing a mini skirt. I was like, "Where's the cat suit?"
Yeah.
And you know what? Although it was before my time, I used to watch reruns. But the great Eartha Kitt as Catwoman and Julie Newmar.
Yes.
And Yvonne, is it Craig?
Yvonne Craig.
Yvonne Craig that played Batgirl.
Batgirl, yeah.
Unfortunately, all those ladies have passed away. Look at the leader of the Hawkman and try to deny he doesn't look like Alan from the YouTube channel, the comic Rocky. He's like his twin brother or something.
Oh man, what's his name? What's his name?
I know. It's on the tip of my tongue.
He's like a classically trained Shakespearean actor.
Is it? I want to say Pleasance or something, but it's not. No, it's something like that.
Brian something. Brian.
Gordon's alive.
Brian, come on, Joe. Brian Blessed.
Yeah, Brian Blessed. That's it. I thought what it was.
But I watched when I was in college. I watched some of his Shakespeare stuff. He was amazing.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
No way.
He's
what? Paul met Sam Jones this weekend. How ironic. We're sitting here talking about movies and some mentioned Flash Gordon and Paul in the 619.
He does look like Brian
He
Blessed.
went to a Rocket Con this week, just yesterday, and met Sam Jones and got him to sign a poster, Flash Gordon poster.
That is awesome.
Man, that's cool.
Sam Jones was in the Marine Corps. And you know, like when his Hollywood career fizzled out, he did security work for people.
Yeah.
And
can you imagine that?
Documentary about him, you know, he kind of like hurt his career the way he kind of
getting busted by Flash Gordon.
But you know, they screwed him over in that movie though. They that's not his dialogue in that movie, right? They dubbed him.
Did they really?
Yeah.
You can kind of tell that you did.
Never really noticed.
Yeah, well, there's a documentary about Sam Jones they did, and he talks about that. Like,
yeah,
and it kind of pissed him off. But they did that. They did it a lot of people, like Lou Ferrigno and the Hercules movie.
You know, they never told David Prowse that his voice was not going to be Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think they made the right call with the.
Have you ever watched any of those clips?
They could have told him, you know.
Yeah.
Those clips were pretty fun. They're crazy when you hear David Prowse's Scottish, high-pitched Scottish.
Yeah. He didn't have the voice that
I met him before at Dragon Con.
I've met David Prowse too.
He was really good. I remember in his panel he had written us words to Star Wars, the theme.
I agree with Gene on this one.
Star Wars. Bought me a new car, paid off the mortgage.
I know Tom Cruise is a beloved actor to some people, but his association with that cult, and yes, that's what it is, really turns me off. He's a weird person. I really don't care for him as a person. So I know I have to separate art, and I love Top Gun. I love him in The Outsiders.
He is the epitome
but this guy,
of Hollywood celebrity, born and raised.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is a kook. And
yeah, he's kind of crazy.
And like, I think all you need to know about Tom Cruise is there are pictures of Nicole Kidman walking out of her lawyer's office when they got divorced, and she's like celebrating. That's all you need to know. Well, also, you know that like in Interviews with Empire, and Brad Pitt's not that tall a guy. This tells you how short Tom Cruise is. They would dig a hole that Brad Pitt would stand in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise refused to stand on a
box.
Yep.
Like they normally would do with the short actor.
Yeah, he's a weirdo, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I also heard, I guess this shouldn't be a Tom Cruise bashing stream, but that he uses people from what they call the Sea Org or whatever organization in Scientology as like free like labor around his house. They're all his assistants. They don't get paid or nothing. Oh, look here. He got the poster signed.
That is so awesome.
All right, Paul.
Good job.
I'm sure he'll show it off to us Wednesday night. He rescheduled the Amazing Prince Wednesday night.
I might be able to make it. I might be able to make that.
That is awesome.
Well, man, hey, Paul is always a busy man, ain't he? He's like, did he go to Florida for spring training games?
Yeah. And then 2 weeks later goes to Rocket Con.
Rocket Con. Yeah.
Well, he lives in San Diego, so that's kind of easy.
He's always doing so. It seems like he's always doing something fun, though. You know,
he's got a bunch of stuff he shows off. Go watch the video. He just posted it this morning.
Watch it. I had the video drop this morning. I edited all my new comic book day.
There you go. There's your Princess Leia.
Oh, Princess Leia is my. You know what? I just thought she was cute. Carrie Fisher is a cutie pie. Have you ever seen her one woman show that she did called Wishful Drinking?
Oh yeah,
it's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that he got like a medal of like I don't know whatever like because he's like the greatest. See, they act like him and the head are like the apostles or something, and like I don't know, man. I saw stuff that Leah Remini, exposed about that organization and the movie Going Clear was documentary.
Me too.
And it's not. They're not good people. Now I'm sure if you're like in the position Tom Cruise or John Travolta,
they're great. Yeah,
you're treated like royalty, but everybody else is treated like garbage. Although I heard that Travolta kind of had a falling out with him after his wife passed away.
I
don't know if he's still there. He's not really. You never really hear him come out and publicly talk about it anymore.
He's not like Tom Cruise.
No. And you know who introduced Travolta to Scientology? Priscilla Presley.
Yeah.
Oh, a crazy story I heard about it had involved Travolta, kind of loosely involved him. Was back when he was getting hot, from Welcome Back, Kotter. They had a show called Chico and the Man, and Chico and the Man had Freddie Prinze Sr. Well, he was like, then Travolta was coming on as the next hot young star on TV, right? And Freddie Prinze, unfortunately, bless his heart, had a very bad drug problem.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Walker, who was on Good Times, was friends with him. He was also a stand-up,
Yeah.
He said, "I'm gonna get this Travolta kid." He said, "I'm gonna get him." I said, "No, we can't do nothing." He gets out, and Jimmy Walker's with him, and said he shoots a crossbow at the door of Travolta's apartment. And Travolta wasn't there. He said, but I can only imagine that Travolta came home and saw an arrow sticking out of his door. It's like, what the hell?
Hey guys, I got a boogie here. I got to make a couple phone calls, but
we're gonna cut out anyway. I think we've but we give it a thumbs up. And next week we'll be doing Chud. I have one announcement before we go. There will be no claim sale this week because I have to go to the doctor on Thursday morning. I got to leave early because it's like a 2-hour trip. I got to go to a cardiologist. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just when you have a cardiologist, you have to go at least once a year, and it's a good cardiologist, so I can't cancel it again. And there will be no community comic lounge. I don't know if we'll be back in time because I want to go. There's a half price books 2 miles from the hospital, and I am definitely going.
Yeah.
And but I will be. Don't forget, there will be the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza on Sunday though, and we'll be talking about the new previews, and the new Hush comes out this next week. So
yeah.
Everybody, thanks for coming out. All right, John, you take care too. Hope to see you around. Love you, brother. Yep. I made you a, as you can see, you're a mod now. I had a few more mods yesterday, just in case. You never know when you might need them. Until next time, true believers, Excelsior. And I'll leave you with this message from Billy Madison.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.